A lot of local touches. So depending on what time of year it is, we do things like dive-in movies, painting and wine events, for the adults. So there's typically, out by the pool, there's a lot of other activities and touch points with foosball tables and ping pong tables, and of course our amazing aquatic zone out there, all the pool areas and everything out there for the children of all ages.
Yeah, our pool is actually open till midnight. So a lot of hotels, they close at 10, but ours is open till midnight.
Yeah, and then as well, out by the pool area, the number of umbrellas and the seating areas that are out there, the ratio of those is terrific too for families especially.
And then high leisure times as well, like on Saturday mornings there's hair braiding, there's a pirate that comes and does pirate talks. We also do the mermaid swimming. I don't know if you're familiar with that, where they give you the kind of spandex that goes around your legs, and then you have the fin. It's available for purchase. That's all.
And then we do have a trolley stop outside the front of the hotel that provides unlimited passage from one end of International Drive all the way to the other, which are flanked by the prime outlets. So you can get anywhere on International Drive and buy either a multi-day pass or an unlimited day pass, very affordable. The stop is literally right outside the front door of the hotel.
They wanted to compare the SeaWorld Texas with SeaWorld Florida. And so, what aspects of SeaWorld do you really get excited about? Can you report, but
I think that SeaWorld is evolving and changing so much over time. I mean, there's so many, great areas for small kids. They're now, they just announced their latest and greatest coaster that's going to be opening. So the thrill rides for the older family members is huge. Now partnerships, if you can speak to the partnership that we've got with them and what that gives our guests as a marketing partner.
Yeah, so as a partner hotel of SeaWorld, they offer our guests after 2 o'clock discounted passes, and then also a discount on dining and merchandise over there. And then as well our navigator desk, which is concierge desk, but as Renaissance we call it our navigator desk. They have the quick queue passes to get in the front of the line. So it's first come, first serve, but that's all available to our guests. And it's literally a 3-minute walk right across the street.
So the benefit as well is you literally don't have to pay to move your car or go park at SeaWorld. You can walk right across the street, as well as we can provide other transportation to the local area. We had a group in-house, and so we tailored it around the group that was in-house. Was that correct me? It was a VFW?
Yeah.
The veterans group. So we did actually a flag event and some specialty cocktails through the bar as well. So we tailored, because we had a full house group in-house, we actually tailored our life event towards the group that was in-house. Which is kind of what we pride ourselves on with Renaissance is adapting and being able to treat things individually and uniquely. So we made our where we tend to be hip and unique and chic and really tailored to the community that's around us. So in Orlando, of course, it's a little bit harder because of the attraction base that you've got here and everything in the area. So our partnership is with SeaWorld, but we really try and bring a local flair in with the artists and things we do. Our kitchen is unique to us, which was a former fine dining venue that the hotel converted into like a chef's playground. It's not open to the public, but it's used and tailored towards groups and special events. And that's kind of where you can either have a team builder and have your staff and team cooking things and participating in an event and working behind the line, or it could be a live kitchen environment where our chefs are behind the line and serving your executive team or VIP event that you might have in there. So our specifically unique thing to this property that no other Renaissance brand property has is the art kitchen. But it's the pieces and the things like our concierge desk are considered navigators, so really they're tied into the local community. So when you go to ask for restaurants, it's not necessarily going to be the chains or the commonplace places, but places that we as locals like to want to share with you.
Navigators, so our name tag says navigators. versus associates or something like that.
So it is like living
And
life.
you are, sorry, our guests are discoverers,
So
so
navigators and
The guests are the discoverers.
our kind of motto is live life to discover. So while you're here, we want you to discover something new in the local area.
And something that you wouldn't be able to experience if you stayed at another, pretty hotel that's up the street. So what makes us unique and different?
Yeah, one more thing is, there's no two Renaissance alike, so they're all indigenous to the local area, which is pretty cool.
I think because we try and give them that local experience versus a cookie cutter experience that they may get at a different brand or in a different hotel. We really try and stay on the cutting edge of technology as well. Of course, you've got complimentary internet, throughout all the public areas, including the outlets and the pool. So I just think that it's our twist on, local discovery that would appeal to the millennial traveler.
Oh, the foot one.
We're going to differ in opinion on this.
Oh, no? Okay, it's actually funny. So when you go to the spa, there's a video that's playing of a massage that's done with the ladies' feet. And they hang from a bar. I had never seen this before I came to this
They
property.
stabilize on the bar.
Correct. They stabilize. But the whole thing is done with their feet, which I've never done, and I actually don't like feet. So I don't know that I would love it, but apparently it's one of the most popular massages in the spa.
Yeah, all of their treatments though, they use a lot of local organic product in the spa treatments as well. And I think as well, another differentiator for Renaissance is our, the farm to table piece, which appeals to millennials as well as everybody. A lot of what we do is we try a lot of those local initiatives. Our chefs customize the menus in all of the outlets in order to bring in as much of that local flair as possible. They're very excited about their new beehives. They actually bought a queen bee and have created these hives on the roof, and so they're making their own honey. They've harvested their first gallon of honey. So the executive chef gets up there in these big bee suits and go up there and they harvest the honey. They're experimenting right now and infusing the honey that they're eating with bourbon in order so that hopefully over time that there's a differentiator of the actual honey itself and in the bourbon flair. So and the hanging gardens, you'll see there's a local farm that we use. And so the one that's in Mist, we really use a lot of those are herb based that we use in a lot of the mixology of the drinks. But then there's also hanging gardens, two of them in the restaurant, and then one of them in our kitchen. So that they come in, they clip those twice a week, and we actually harvest those greens and use them on the stuff that's on the menu. So we have
Trade Winds has a hanging garden salad.
and the hanging garden
Delicious.
and the hanging garden salad is wonderful.
Yeah.
Our guest rooms, so the actual physicality of the guest rooms themselves, because of the age of the hotel, while we're beautifully renovated and the product looks amazing, the physical structure is an older property, so therefore it was at the time where families were traveling large, and so we do have the largest guest room in Central Florida. All of the guest rooms have the refrigerator, the comforts you would need for traveling with a family, from the refrigerator to the coffee maker. The double vanities in the bathrooms are a nice piece as well. All of the king bedded rooms have pull-out sofas, so you have that additional space. But I do think the physical size of the guest room and then the things that are in it, the coffee maker and the refrigerator are nice to have.
Great for families.
And we also like the television where you can actually plug in your device.
Well, the plug-ins on either side of the bed, there's two plugs as well as the USB on the other side.
Yeah, so again, geared towards the millennial traveler, during the renovations, we really listened to meeting planners and heard their needs. So we converted, not only do we have two outlets, but they're not only outlets, but they're double USB ports as well. So